Geminis, hi my loves, and thanks for coming through. I'm Star, of course. This is the ascendstar Tarot, and this is going to be for all of my sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, however you relate to Gemini. This is going to be the reading for you if you are the cross watcher. Thanks for coming through. If this is your first time here, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are definitely appreciated. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come here. If you do not know your moon, your rising, or any of those other signs in your birth chart, please reach out to me for a birth chart analysis. We can definitely go over those things. Visit ascendstarship.net and book your personal reading, because this is a general reading, right? We know that time is fluid, and that also means that it could resonate anytime throughout Virgo season. This is a Virgo season reading, right? So this is intended for the 23rd of August through the 22nd of September, right? So any and all of this can go down at any time, right? Virgo season, this is number 9. This is month 9. This is completion. This is things coming to an actual end. This is the end of cycles. This is realizing what's going on. This is analyzing yourself. What have you learned? You know, like go back over the last 9 months, Gemini. What have you had going on? Gemini, you have some strong energies going on right now. First of all, you and Virgo don't really get along that much, their energies themselves, because Virgo comes in and Virgo gives us, you know, like they want to analyze everything. Like they are serious. Like they, you know, they're not too much about games. They want to know how everything is working. They're dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. And sometimes, Gemini, that's just not your energy. Like that's just not the way that you actually flow. Like that's not what you do. Like you come in and, you know, like you have like this childlike innocence about yourself, right? And it's crazy because this is that Mercury energy, right? Like you and Virgo actually share Mercury, right? But it's like like Virgo is the serious side of Mercury, and you're like the playful side of Mercury. And sometimes you all just clash, right? Like it just doesn't work out. Like it just doesn't come together well, because you're like all out and in the open and want to have fun, and Virgo just wants to sit back and analyze things and be practical, and, you know, not really able to see outside of the box of things sometimes, right? So you know, Virgo definitely comes in and just like knocks all illusions and playfulness and imagination and things, just knocks it all out the window, and it makes you deal with reality. And sometimes having to deal with reality can just be too freaking much for us, right? You know, so this is actually, you know, having to recognize though that shadow self in ourselves. That's not always easy to look at. It's not always easy to recognize, you know, but actually being able to recognize that and commit to changing what is actually going on, then we can actually do things with that. It's 4 of Wands. It's like it's like odd. I'm trying to figure out. I'm not being led to draw more cards, so I'm just like trying to figure out like where exactly does it sit in. I'm sorry, it was throwing me off for a little while. But being able to acknowledge that shadow part of yourself, being able to work on it, taking responsibility for it, and the role that you actually play in it, so that you can actually build from it, right? So that you can actually get to the next place, the next goal, the next plateau in life. Virgo season, we know that Empress. Why am I thinking Empress? 369 is definitely the energy that is going on right now, right? And that Empress energy is definitely there, and, you know, just being able to manifest and bring things about from it, right? So we know that overall our year is an Aquarian year. It's being brought to us by the disciple Judas. Judas relates to the zodiac sign Aquarius, right? Well, what relates to, or who relates to the sign Virgo is actually going to be Philip, which many of us, we don't really know by name because no one actually talks about Philip that much, but Philip played vital roles like in his discipleship, you know. He was definitely loyal. you know, like the actual Virgo is. You know, but he actually started with John the Baptist. He left John the Baptist and he ended up with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And he enjoyed what Jesus, the word that Jesus was giving, and the word and the knowledge that Jesus was spreading. So he went and he spread that message to others for Jesus as well. Not only did he go and spread the message, but he also brought his friend Bartholomew back to Jesus, you know, to bring him in on the mission itself, because he was dedicated and loyal to the actual mission itself. So after he, you know, went and spread the word, brought his friend Bartholomew back, then he, you know, when Jesus went and he fed the 5,000 with the fish and the bread, it was actually Philip who broke it all down to make sure that it was enough for everybody. He was able to analyze and understand what each and every person needed so that everyone could be fed, you know. And then even at the Last Supper, you know, clearly he likes to eat. You know, I like Philip. Philip is, you know, like we can go out to eat sometimes probably, or we could have back in the day. But anyway, right? Like Philip, at the Last Supper, you know, when Jesus was telling everyone that he was going to the house, you know, going to his Father's house to prepare, you know, homes for us, and there was many mansions and things of that nature, you know, that kind of caught Philip off guard. And Philip was like, well, I don't know your daddy. Where your daddy at? Like why your daddy not here with the rest of us? Like, tell your daddy to come holler at us. And Jesus was just like, Philip, now if you see me, you see my daddy. You know, like we are one. You know, as long as you can see my daddy and, you know, you see all the things that I've done, you know, this power that I have, it's not mine. It's been given to me through the Father. So the Father provides. You know, and Philip was like, oh, okay, all right. You know, and he just let it be. You know, and it's not that he was challenging Jesus or anything. You know, Philip was clearly able to communicate when things did not make sense to him, right? So that he could actually get the answers that he needed, so that it could make sense to him. That's all he was doing. He was just trying to figure it out, right? And that's what happened when he was trying to figure it out, right? So Philip is analytical. Philip is true to the team. You know, he gonna take one for the team. He gonna make sure it works out for everybody. So that's what that Virgo energy brings. Like, how do I bring this to the physical, right? Am I relying too much on physical stimulation? Like am I being mental enough? Like, am I actually thinking about the processes themselves, right? That's basically what he's coming in and he's saying. But let's go ahead and get into this, because Gemini, like you guys, like I said, like you and Pisces may be having the hardest time right now as far as this energy goes, right? So yeah, I heard that. Like, so it's like right now you all are at a point where you are really just trying to balance out emotions. Like everything is just seems to be going on right now. You're up one day, you're down the next. It's like you're just trying to bring these emotions together. It's like you're trying to balance home, you're trying to balance work, you're trying to balance emotions, you're trying to balance thoughts, like, you know, like you trying to like get your passions and your goals and your ideas off the ground. But it's like, as soon as I get it off the ground, something else happened, and now I'm going back through this roller coaster. And it's almost like the way that the roller coaster is going, it's almost like you are scared at this point to take a chance, right? It's like you're scared to come out and actually build on the actual opportunities. Some of you are so focused on the money itself, on the physical things, that you don't actually pay attention to spirit, or trust the things that you know already, like the things that you have already been through. Like, you have been through a world of things already, right? And it may be because of all the things, and not maybe, because I just said the same thing, because of all the things that you have been through. It's like, I got this now, I'm not gonna let it go. I can't let it go. I've been trying to hold on to it, and I finally got it. But spirit is like, if you are not willing to take the chance, if you are not willing to let some of that go, then nothing else actually has the opportunity to come in. It's like you are definitely focused on your goals right now, but even though you're focused on your goal, you still have a fear of losing what it is that you have. And you feel like you just have to hold on. And it's like spirit is like, take the risk. Be smart about it. But it's a risk worth taking, right? especially if and when it comes to love. It's a risk worth taking. And that's what that Justice card is coming in to tell you. Now, if this is related to business, Gemini, you do want to make sure you have all your paperwork in order, especially with that Justice card coming up. Because some of you may actually be dealing with the courts, and your money may actually be tied up, and you're probably actually waiting on an outcome that has something to do or deal with courts to be able to actually spend that money. If that is the case, then things are gonna, for some of you, things are gonna work out in your favor. That's only if you have all of your paperwork together, though. And I just got to be honest about the times that we living in. Like, if this is your business, or you have faked the funk on a business and you got one of them goddamn PPP loans, you better have your paperwork in order. All right? Because it's forgiveness time, right? Like, you've been out here claiming a business and you don't really got the business. Like, it might be catching up with you. But if you do, just make sure you have everything in order. Make sure you got all your paperwork and stuff in order, because that's going to come through for you, right? It's going to be forgiven. Right? All right, so then we come in here and we have the Star card. That is hope. That is hope when you're feeling hopeless. That is Aquarius energy. Gemini, are you dealing with Aquarius or someone with Aquarius in their charts? This is healing. This is restoration. This is being vulnerable. This is everything being brought to the forefront, but you still being able to believe and have hope and know that what it is that you want is going to work out, and it is going to work out for the greater good. You have been through, once again, I'm seeing it with this Queen of Swords, you have been through a world of shit. You know, there's been a lot of hurt. And I actually, this crazy how these babies is being shown in these Queen of Swords. Like, you may even be getting ready to have babies and you didn't even know it, like you weren't expecting it. Some of you are actually carrying ancestral wounds, things that has been in your DNA that you are actually getting rid of. It's not even you per se, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's not even you per se that this is coming from. It's because of you and your bloodline. There's been so many things that have happened, and it may even be people in your family that are trying to keep you from being able to move forward. Maybe it's the love that you've seen in the past that actually keeps you from being able to find the love that you actually want. Maybe your mama and your daddy ain't work out, and it's been constant like divorces and separations and things of that nature in your life, and that's all you see when it comes to love. But now it's like it's this new love out here, and you don't know. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like this right here before. This right here feel a little different. It's like this love has come along and it's giving you a new hope, right? It's giving you hope for love. It's almost like this person has come along and made you believe in love again, right? When you thought you didn't. Now, for some of you, this Queen of Swords, like, there is healing that needs to take place. I have never, ever, 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 ever seen the chakras in the Star card. But those white, like these are your chakras. Like, these are your 7 main chakras, the white stars. And it's like you need to heal those things. More than anything, you need to heal your root chakra. You need to heal your crown chakra. Trust your intuition. Trust that spirit will provide. You have to know without a doubt that anything is possible, that you are the star in your own life, that even if you show up and you're vulnerable, that you are still going to be okay, because you also need to heal your heart chakra. It's like, so for some of you, I feel like you believe, you know that it can happen. So the solar plexus is good. But because everything else is out of whack, you're not able to manifest from it. You keep falling back into this Queen of Swords energy. You keep falling back into the fight or flight mode. And Spirit is saying, let it go. Let it go. Because it's petty. it makes no sense, you know, like you've built up these unnecessary walls, especially like when it comes to this person. You've built up these unnecessary walls for actual love. Now I'm going to be honest with some of you, because what I'm seeing is like when it comes to love itself, how you can feel for someone, that you feel that someone can actually be there for you, this person is making you think about taking the risk. But girl, the sex is no good. You don't like the sex. For some of you, the sex is no good. It's boring. It's missionary. And like you really are trying to get them to like come out of their comfort zone. Like when it comes to sex, you feel like I don't know, but you know, like maybe if they sex me real good, you know, it might work out. Or some of you, it's like you're scared to make the choice or the leap or be vulnerable in love, so you're still coming off detached, but you willing to have sex with them. But it's like the person that you're dealing with, they don't just want to have sex with you. They think that's petty. It's almost like they think that's beneath them. And there may be a lack of communication behind that. It may be to the point where like they just walk off because it's like you don't really want to take the risk anyway, and they don't really want sex, so they just block you. They block you. What's crazy is I see it looks like they're blocking you from their phone, but you still have social media access. Like they've left some opening for you to be able to contact them. It's just not the normal way. And when you come to them, you're gonna have to be real, because they not putting up with the indecisiveness. They not putting up with the fear. They not putting up with the back and forth. It's kind of like they just tired of going through that. Like they understand that you've been hurt, but they actually want to come through and heal you. This is healing. This is healing. That Justice card, that is things working out in your favor. That is balance. Even this card, that's healing. That's restoration. That's go ahead and lay it down. You know, that's rejuvenate, get some rest, meditate, pray about it, you know, heal. That's what that is. You know, the Ace of Cups is coming in and saying that this is definitely a time to communicate. Like you got to say what it is that you want. Like you're so busy trying to balance out your emotions, but you're actually trying to deal with another person, but you're doing it all within yourself. If another person is what and who you want to be with, no matter how anxious they make you, if you really want to be with them, you have to be able to speak what it is that you want. Speak with spirit. Ask spirit to give you the words that you need, so that you don't come off uptight, so that you don't come off like damaged goods, right? Because that's like almost how you're showing up. You are showing up as someone who is definitely strong, someone who has definitely been through a lot, but someone who is not able to show their vulnerabilities, somebody who is not able to show their soft side. All you're giving is the hard side of yourself. And that's not fair to the people involved with you, and the person that actually wants you, and the person that actually wants to give and, you know, give and be in the world with you. They don't got time for that. They're not going to allow you, they're not going to allow themselves to be your scapegoat. They're not going to allow you to make them a victim, right? And if you don't wake up and realize and recognize it, like, it's time for you to wake up too, because you're tired. You tired of being all in your head about the situation yourself, which is why you need prayer and meditation, because you know it's petty. Even you know that this makes no sense. And the spirit is like giving you this opportunity, basically saying that the world can be yours, anything that you want. You have to be able to heal yourself. You have to be fair to yourself. You have to stop being stubborn, you know, like you have to release some fear, focus on your goals and what it is that you really want. You don't want this. You don't want the constant bickering, you know, like you want to graduate, you want to rest, you want something that's going to be reassuring, right? But you have to let go mentally in order for that to happen. You have to heal in order for that to happen. Definitely balance out those emotions. You have to trust spirit, trust your intuition. Recognize your darkness. Like you have to give up the darkness. That is really, really what I'm seeing here. It's time to give up the ghosts. Because you're tired. You are tired. It almost feels like you've been stabbed in the back like over and over again. Like you have to give up that energy to get what it is that you want. It's almost like you're constantly protecting yourself from it. And you almost put yourself in a prison because of it. It's time to come up out of it. You've been through a lot, but it's all in your perception. Like it's all in your head. All you need is a little love. 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 Right? Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. Because you are not happy. You are just not in a happy space right now. Like you want it, but it's not there. Ooh, just lightning. Figure shit out on your own. Wow. You know what it is. You know what it is in the past that is hurting. You know why it is that you cannot move forward. And you just gotta give up the ghost. Like you gotta let it go. Now these cards, this is these cards. Second time falling out. The first time I had picked them, I was like, nah, this ain't y'all message. But yes, it is. It says some good shit is about to happen to you. Because this is a release. This is letting go. Right? That's the start of something new. Right? Don't let your issues fuck it up. Work on that shadow side. These are your issues. This middle row right here, these are your issues. These are your issues. Right? Being able to be vulnerable, that healing, that ancestral healing. Like stepping out of this tension. This is a very, very tense energy. This is, I don't got time for nobody's shit. Like, don't come and play with me. But it's like sometimes you have that up and you won't even gotta have that up. Because it's like you ready to fight this opportunity, but this opportunity is here for you, right? So don't push it away. Get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. So exercise. Go out in nature. Enjoy life. Free your body up. Have some movement, right? So that you can actually see clear. Sometimes just being out in nature allows us to clear our thoughts, right? So I definitely hope that makes sense and it resonates with you. Please, 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 Gemini, don't let your issues fuck this up. If this makes sense to you and it resonates, please go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that bell. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here with me. I definitely appreciate you coming through and spending your most valuable currency, which is your time. You are appreciated. Now go be great. Keep your head up.